Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 0067 hashtag crap. So, if you haven't guessed already about the title, hashtag crap, what am I going to talk about? I'm actually going to talk about crap. And so, in the notes section, I have several links. One of them is from CoinDesk. The title is Russian President Vladimir Putin, Cryptocurrency Poses Serious Risk. That's a quote from him. That's the title of the article. Underneath that is also another article, a Medium. Why I'm skeptical about Bitcoin Gold. And that's the crap part. I'll talk about that. And then, of course, there's a link to the new time locked address, and also a link to this meme right here that you're seeing. And then also a link to the pot of gold. And a link also in the notes section, Hiroja Shibe's Space Odyssey Network. Now, I'm going to have her on the show tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow for our live stream with Brian and Hiroja. And we'll have a three-way. Yes, we're going to have a three-way here. Three-way discussion. So tune in for that tomorrow. And that'll be, I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So wherever you are in between there, somewhere between there. Anyways, let's go on to the first thing that I want to talk about is Vladimir Putin, Russia banning exchanges. I'm not sure if I'm too worried about that. The main reason is because if you look on local Bitcoins, you'll see that Russia has the largest volume in peer-to-peer market. And that's just local Bitcoins. And if I was to guess, they probably have more volume that's undisclosed, that's outside of local Bitcoin's service. And they may actually have more peer-to-peer, a true peer-to-peer market in Russia than the US, Europe, Australia, or even Great Britain. And so if you look at local Bitcoin, the data on local Bitcoins, Russia has been leading, and they've overtaken the first spot for quite some time. They weren't always the first. They didn't always have the largest volume on peer-to-peer on local Bitcoins, but they do now. And my suspicion is that they most likely have a bigger volume, a larger volume than what we think. So even if Russia was to ban exchanges inside and outside of the country, I really doubt that would have any effect. And not only that, if you understand peer-to-peer, if you trade, if you're in the trade, if you're in the craft, you know that you're not alone. There's a counterpart in every country, in every place. So the money never really moves. The fiat currency never really moves outside of the country. But the Bitcoin does, because you can't control that. That is a peer-to-peer market. And so banning exchanges probably won't help. It's easy for the speculators. It's easy for the investors. But people who are already in the trade, who are already in the craft, that's not an issue. So Russia banning cryptocurrency exchanges, I don't think it's a big deal. And the price kind of reflects that today, although it's dipped down a little bit. But the fact that it went up during that news tells me that it doesn't make a difference. And so, and I like to thank people in the chat. Olaf, I see you there. Thanks for making thanks for making the comments in the chat. So, so anyways, let me go on to the next thing here. Let's go through the memes here. Okay, the meme is hold, or I'm sorry, gold and hold. We all know who says that. So uh, the problem with these friendly, quote unquote, friendly forks that turns out that they may not be friendly fork, you know, you have to really be careful, especially people who are marketers or people who market their channel. They don't necessarily do any fact checking. They don't, you know, have barely any technical skills, let alone any investigative skills or any skepticism whatsoever. So be careful who you listen to on social media, because my suspicion is they really don't care. And if you pay them, they will say anything. So gold and hold. If you're wondering what uh, this is the golden crap. This is the hashtag crap. And I put a little hashtag yes2x in there. Did you know that in Japan, Korea, and most likely China as well, they consider crap as good luck? I bet you didn't know that. So uh, if you're wondering, this B gold stuff, is it crap? It most likely is. The reason why it's crap, because the people out there in China, I understand it's the Chinese are trying to do this hard fork. They may consider this as good luck. So here you go. Good luck to you all. So let me go down here on the list here. Okay, I do have the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate. If you donate some, I'll give out a clue, which will help you crack the code. Well, I wouldn't say crack the code. I'm not giving any clues to cracking the code. The code over there. It's encrypted private key. The only thing I could tell you is that it is related to yellow fever for you. So if you go to yellow fever's channel, which is the QR code on the bottom, and watch his videos, you might learn something about him that may help you figure out the password to the encrypted private key there. Other than that, if you want more clues to the 24 recovery seed, you have to donate to the pot of gold. All right, so let's go on to there. All right, so here's the Medium article. That's also in the notes section, but I just wanted to talk about it. Why I'm skeptical about Bitcoin Gold. Now, I've been saying Bitcoin Gold is a distraction. I know Xpaxo, there was a big deal about Xpaxo. I don't know how to say it. I don't even use the wallet. But for companies like these or businesses like Xpaxo, they're no different than RoboCoin or BitReserve, which pivoted to Uphold, Circle as well. They're all going to pivot. So don't be surprised as time goes on, these companies pivot. So, but let me go back to this. Why I'm skeptical about Bitcoin Gold. So this person, Gret Jab Glasbergen, sorry if I butchered that name, blockchain specialist at DCOS or DCOS. This gentleman also volunteers for Vertcoin. So everything Bitcoin Gold does, basically Vertcoin does as well. The only difference is it's not an airdrop. Now, he gives his reasons why he's so skeptical. You should go and look at it. And I've been skeptical all along myself, because it just seems so weird. Why would you use someone like Adam Meister to market BGold because he's not very technical. He's not very investigative. He's not skeptical either. He's entertaining, and he kind of markets. He's okay. He's a marketer. I don't trust people who are marketers because, for me, someone who markets is also a liar. Somewhat, not always, but typically they're bullshitting. What can I say? So be careful. That have a read of this article. Don't let BGold be a distraction. So what's the last thing here? If it pops up. Okay. Yes, of course. Oh, sorry if it's too small here. Let me zoom into it here. So you're going to need this information here. And this is going to help you extract those Bitcoins from the new time-locked address. So if you're smart enough to figure out how to use it, good for you. And this is the reason why I don't think you need hardware wallets. Matter of fact, if you're really paranoid, I was reading an article. Someone lost like 95 Bitcoins because they had their Bitcoins on their computer in an open space in a public Wi-Fi. And if you know how to use Coinbin, you will realize that you can do all the transactions offline. You can do the transaction offline. You can sign for the transaction offline. And then when you need to broadcast your transaction, that's the only part that you need to bring online. And you can take that. All right, you can take that the raw transaction, all right, and take it to a computer that's online that doesn't have any Bitcoin on it and broadcast it. And then your Bitcoins will be transferred. So this whole thing of hardware wallets, I think it's overblown. If you have the right tools, you should be secure enough. Anyways, let me get back to this. Enjoy the QR code on the right, which is the article of Bitcoin Gold, why I'm skeptical about Bitcoin Gold. On the left, believe it or not, your poop is worth money. Check it out. You'll be surprised. Anyways, this concludes this episode. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned.